I'm Julie Neckley, and I just wanted to get some thoughts out of my head related to some things I've been observing regarding men and women, and some misconceptions I feel that men have when it comes to women. There's almost this conception of females that we're trying very hard to get male attention, but then when we get it, we're like, ooh, fuck you, gross, or something like that. And I think the thing that men don't really understand is that if you are a female who's getting a lot of male attention, which is usually because you're in a place where there's lots of a certain type of men, or you're maybe on dating sites or someplace where there's a lot of meat market activity, you know, and so you're getting male attention, or you're putting out the right cues, whatever. The thing about it is that the type of attention you're getting is usually extremely low level, you know? It's like 50 men holding out one little piece of dog kibble, being like, here, doggy, 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 nice ass. Here, doggy, 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 nice ass. And even if you could feel flattered that they said you had a nice ass, 5 minutes later, when you hear them saying nice ass to the next female who looks totally different from you, you realize that it's totally meaningless too, you know? So even if you could get off on that type of compliment, it doesn't even mean anything, because the male attention is generally of such low level that they don't even fit it to the specific person, you know? They just hand out the same freaking words to every freaking female that they interact with, you know? So I mean, no one is capable of finding that flattering, really. And even if it's like, let's say the next level of attention where they're like sincerely giving you some compliment, like, you have chocolate brown eyes or something, and let's say they mean it sincerely, like, I sincerely mean that, I just want you to know. It's like, and then they, you know, I mean, maybe a person can feel good about that, but the thing about it is that women are constantly receiving like, let's say, physical type of feedback from men, and that's not exactly what we are looking for, because generally we are looking for an actual relationship with a man who actually loves us. And so just a man saying something about your physical appearance, it creates, I think, a kind of, it can be like, it can be flattering, but it also creates a form of anxiety, you know, because it's like, that's it, like, that's all, that you don't see anything else here. You know what I mean? It's like, because from a female's perspective, we're like these living beings, you know, we're like these creative, loving people who are like caring for people and doing things and stuff. But it's like we're always being kind of reduced to something. Like, imagine how you would feel if you're a man and you just saved the earth from an alien invasion, and you're at the White House to receive your award, you know, and the president is pulling out the gold medal, and he's like, puts it over your neck, and he's like, now spin around for a second, son. And then you realize that you actually won the best ass award. He's not praising you because you saved the earth from aliens. He's saying you have a great ass. Like, how would you feel? You're going to feel demoralized at that moment that you won the ass award, you know? And guys will be like, well, you won't like it when you start getting compliments. But it's like, yeah, I mean, because maybe you would hate it more if you got the worst ass award after saving the earth, right? But still, getting the best ass award, it is also kind of, it lowers your spirits, because you thought you were something more than that, you know? And then it's like, you're being told you're not more than that. And you're supposed to be happy about it. But it's better than having your appearance insulted, you know? It is. It can, but it's, at the same time, it's really, there's this, I think, something more that women are looking for. And when it comes to how men approach women, because it's almost like some men are afraid to approach women because they see them as being very dismissive. But the reason women are dismissive is because we're dealing with so many predators, you know? There's like a decent percentage of guys who are just really, really bad guys, you know, who go around hurting lots of people. And then there's another level of guys who just want to stick their dick in something. And those are kind of predators too, because they'll say what they need to say, you can get attached to them, and then, you know, they disappear. So that's kind of predatory. And even beyond that, there's a level of guys who maybe they're not just wanting to stick their dick in something, but they're not really capable of having a good relationship. You know what I mean? And so it's like all these things. It's like we have to be like protective, you know, of ourselves, and try to separate the doggies from the men, you know. And when men approach in a certain way, it seems like they're likely to be a doggy, and so they're likely to get dismissed. But it's not because a woman's like high on herself or she thinks she's too good for him. It's because she's trying to stay safe, you know. Not just on a physical level, but also an emotional level. You know, she's trying to not open herself up to degrading, demoralizing forces. So like, how can you approach a woman in a way that makes it seem like you're not a doggy? I mean, I think that really comes down to, if you're like hitting on 50 women at once, you kind of are a doggy, and it's going to be hard to hide that, you know what I mean? Because to hit on one woman, it's not even really hitting on someone if you actually like them. It's more like pursuing them, courting them or something. You know what I mean? Hitting them implies that you're just making a cheap stab at a large number of people, and that's not flattering. It's not. It's almost a little bit insulting, because you think that the person is so desperate that they're going to jump at a single piece of kibble. So if you actually like someone, then, you know, it's like, I mean, I think the fewer people that men approach, the better. And who they do approach, they should put some thought into it, meaning they should actually try to get to know the person, you know, before they focus on saying, like, just like, you don't even need to give someone a compliment. Not really, because the compliment is your effort. You know, the compliment is your attention. The compliment is you wanting to learn about them. The compliment is being there for them. It's like your actions are the compliment. You know what I mean? It's like there's no words you can say that say the same things that actions say. And I think that comes down to some misconceptions men have about money too. I don't think there's very many females who are gold diggers, but I do think women want men to pay, because men not paying, once again, it shows a lack of investment. It shows a lack of commitment. It shows like they're not really putting their chips down on you. You know what I mean? And I think that's like the number one thing women are looking for. I mean, if they like a guy to begin with, you know what I mean? Some things just aren't going to work. But if a guy would have a chance with someone, it's because he's really putting his chips down. You know what I mean? And like being willing to lay down money is one way of laying your chips down. You know what I mean? It's like, it's at least showing, it's at least more so than if you don't even want to buy a hamburger or something, then you're kind of, it gives the impression that this person has no real value to you. You know what I mean? And from a female perspective, the thing that we're always trying to figure out is to what extent this man is actually valuing us. Like, to what extent he actually seriously likes us, or has any serious desire to be good to us, you know? And even I think if someone's not looking to get married, but even if they were just like wanting to have a fling, I think the same principles would pretty much apply, you know? Looking for someone who actually values you for who you really are, and who wants to invest something good in you, you know? Yeah, so I think I've said what I wanted to say. Thanks.